Thank you for watching Barb, Molly, and Princey. It's been a while since I've been on here. I have been very busy with my gardening work and doing other things. So um, it's it takes a lot out of me. So I am I'm trying to get on as more often as I can um, to um, to see and talk with my peeps, as they say, right? So today is the last day of the year. So I want to get on before the end of the year to say hi, hello, and I hope you all have a Merry Christmas. Eat a lot of food and Christmas pudding and cake and whatever it is that you do eat. Kwanzaa, a lot of people celebrate that, and I think it ends after the new year. I do hope and trust you did have a wonderful Christmas. And I hope you will have a happy new year. And I hope things will be much better this new year than whoever have bad year this year. I hope they have a better year. And if you have a better year last year, well, this year not over yet. So I hope you continue having a God bless year as well. Today I saw something on the news and it takes me aback. I want to talk about that Jada Pinkett Smith said she has alopecia, and I want to touch a little about that because a lot of people don't realize that black hair it takes a lot of grooming and a lot to do with black people here. I know a lot of people yank it and do all kind of thing with it and think that it's doing them justice. Now people realizing that going natural is more better for black hair because it's very delicate. Black people here, it's so delicate. People don't believe how delicate it is. I know people has been braiding it and bringing the eyes up this way and that way, and it looks, because it's so tight. And when they pull that tight thing out, the hair comes out with it because they yank it from the root. And whenever time you yank it from the root, the hair generally don't grow back. It doesn't grow back if you pull it from the root. When I was in cosmetology school, we used to have an ultraviolet ray that you would put there, and you would massage it with that ray light. It's like a blue light, and you massage it, and eventually you will get a little soft ear. It's not as strong, and so that hair don't get as strong as the other hair, but it does come back. And if you in actuality, put a little warm water on a washcloth and just massage it each day and rub it in. And what I do, because I have a spot there too, because I braid my hair and it falls out years ago, and I keep braiding it again and it keep coming out because it's not as strong, which I know. But I get the rainwater. When the rain comes, I put a bucket outside. I catch rainwater and I strain it and through paper and put it in water bottle. Just drinking water bottle, the pint bottle or whatever it is. These bottle. This is Dasani. I drink Dasani, so I put it in the Dasani bottle. Take off the label so nobody can confuse it with drinking water. And I have a deep freeze. I throw it in the deep freeze. and I use it and I spray my hair every morning. I spray. I don't like to use the water because it has all that lot of treatment thing that they put in there that is not good for our hair. So I use that and I wash my hair. If I could get a lot of rainwater, I would use it to wash my hair. If I could save a lot of it, but I can't. So what I do when I wash my hair, I use the bottled water and I rinse it. And that's the last thing my hair gets is the rainwater. And then in the morning, I put it in a little tiny bottle and I spray my hair. I spray it. My hair is good length now, down to my shoulder here. I just can't be bothered with it. I just put my braids in. But that is what I do with my hair, and I get to find out that it doesn't break as much, and it it's a little softer than when you just use the regular water that makes it brittle and dry, and you can't get it to calm down. And the next thing I use is the Jamaica black castor oil, and sometimes I mix it with olive oil, and I mix it with coconut oil. So I put those three things together: Jamaican black castor oil, olive oil, and coconut oil. I boil the coconut oil myself. You just get the coconut. I'm not telling you to go out there and do this, but you put the coconut in get dry coconut at the store, get it at Walmart, or if I know anybody have coconut tree and they want to give me some, but those are a little hard to cut out. So you get it at Walmart, it's already cut out, or the grocery store, whichever, Publix, with Dixie, whichever. And you break it, and you have to sit down and slice the meat after you break the shell, and that meat in there, you got to take it out with a knife, and then you slice it in thin pieces, put it in the blender blend it in grate or liquefy, and then you strain it out. You put a little water in it, but you got to put water in it to blend it, so you don't have to put any more water. And you squeeze that out and strain it, and you put it to boil until you see the oil form on top of it. You use a spoon and you skim that oil. You don't put any salt, you don't put anything, so that's all natural oil. And you put it in a bottle, put it in the refrigerator, and it get hard, so you got to use a knife and break it up to put it in to make it with the olive oil and the Jamaican black castor oil. And you use that, and you rub your scalp and massage your scalp, and especially where you have the alopecia, where you have the bald spot, you rub it with that, and eventually it grow. Take a very long time, but eventually it will grow. It maybe won't grow as long as the rest of your hair, because my hair, no, the other side, my hair right here, it you can see that spot. See? It have little hair there, but it's never as long as the other hair. So I generally cover it over with because the braid, if you put, that's why I put the braid very small in my hair. If you put those big, thick, heavy hair, they're going to yank out your hair. Don't put those thick hair and everything on your head, because our hair are weak. It's not as strong unless you take a whole handful. Our hair is not as strong. So by putting those braids, even if you see people with dreadlocks, you would see people with dreadlocks and you see it get thin and thin from the root, and thin, and it breaks off a lot of time. They have to cut it off, or they have one strand here, because it breaks off. It get too heavy, you see, because some people have it from birth and they don't cut their hair and it's all thick. If you put it thin and roll it thin, you will forever have hair, because it's not as heavy on the hair, because it won't be pulling. But once you put those big everything, you're setting up yourself for alopecia later on down the road. So when I hear Jada said she losing her hair on top, and because she's an actress and they do different thing with the hair, different spray, different thing to keep it up, make it up, and do all these different thing with their hair, then they do set up themselves to get alopecia. And so you can do that with your hair. But make sure you, I'm not telling you to get rainwater, but use the Jamaica black castor oil, coconut oil, and the mixed together, and olive oil if you want to. I think I said a Jamaica black castor oil, olive oil, and coconut oil, and mix all those three together, and just use it on your hair and massage it in your hair, and you spray it with the water if you have the rainwater or whatever. If you get distilled water, you can also get the distilled water at the store, and you can spray the distilled water on it, because the distilled water doesn't have any chemical as the other water that they make. So that's the reason why I drink the Dasani, because it tastes much better to me. I can't drink water from the pipe. I can't drink water from the pipe. It tastes so bad, and if anybody give me water from the pipe, from the faucet, I can't stand it. I rather you don't give me anything than give me water from the faucet. Even the water from the refrigerator, because it doesn't taste the same. It tastes, the filter don't filter out the water. It tastes awful, and I cannot drink water from the faucet. I can't, really. And if somebody give me water from the faucet, you'll see it in front of me, and then I throw it away because I can't drink it. It tastes awful. So I have been drinking distilled water for a very long time. Ever since I've been in Florida, I have been drinking water and Dasani water. I can't drink faucet water. My water from the fridge, I still don't drink it. I give it to the dog. Yes, I give them the filter water from the fridge and ice, but I can't drink the water. I have to buy my water. So you can use that water in your hair as well. Our hair is delicate. Better you try to go natural and put a wig on. Braid back your hair or put your hair in one, put a cap over it and put a wig on. Because that wig don't cut over here and cut, because that too gonna give you alopecia. So put the cap on and put the hair on. They have a lot of wig now with baby hair and all that. And so you don't ruin your hair when you want to go natural with it. So, that when I hear that she has the alopecia, I go, there's so much black people have alopecia. I don't even know it, because they put so much things in the hair, especially the perm. Don't try to put the perm in your hair. The perm wasn't made for you. It was made for you, but it wasn't made for you. It's not good for you. It was made for you, but it's not good for you. Because when you put it in the hair, it's soft for your hair, yes. But it's not, it's different things in there. But you have a lot of things now that they're making for black hair that you can put in your hair and get it soft. But nothing like the Jamaican black castor oil. Or black castor oil, whichever castor oil. But I use the Jamaican black castor oil and the coconut oil mixed together. You see. So, that is a good thing that you can use. I said, let me go and show a little other things. So this is the Jamaican black castor oil that I use in my hair. This, I don't know if you can see. It says, dark. Let's turn it around there. Okay, extra dark. I use that, and I use the extra virgin olive oil. So I use that, and I use what is this? The virgin hair fertilizer. I use that virgin hair fertilizer, and I use wild growth, and this is wild growth. I get this at the hair store, so I use that. So I mixed all these three together in my hair. You can, and plus the coconut oil. Coconut oil is in the fridge. Let me get it and show what it is. And this is the coconut oil. It turned hard when you put it in the bottle, and this is what it looks like inside. It's a hard thing. it turns so hard. So you could see it's very hard there, and that's what you take and you mix together with all those things over there, and you because I boil it myself, that's why it gets so hard. If you don't boil it, then a lot of people, you have it there because they have to put things in there to keep it, and that's what I don't want, is the chemical. I don't want any chemical in there. So that's all natural. That's all natural. There's no salt, no nothing in there. So when I boil it, and I mix all those in there, and I rub it in my hair, even though I have the braids on, I rub it. I put it in a bottle, and I keep it in the refrigerator after a couple of days because it does go rancid. So you use it and you rub your scalp and massage it in your scalp. And although I have my braids, I wash my braids, and I massage it in my scalp, and and that's what I do. I use a black shampoo. What the name of that shampoo I use? One moment, let me go look and see the name of it again. Okay, so my shampoo, what I use is Nexus. It's a little pricey, but it's for black hair, and I like it. It makes your hair. I use the shampoo and the conditioner, and both of them is about $50 for just the two, shampoo and conditioner. I do use Pantene for my braids. So I use Pantene, and it makes my braid shiny. So I do use that. So those are the two shampoo that I use. And Pantene is really also good on your hair. It makes it nice and soft. I use those two. So I don't really put a lot of different things in my hair. I have been using the same thing, my God, from God knows when. I haven't changed. I don't like to change things. I just continue with the same thing. My mother always said, if it don't break, don't don't throw it away. So those are the things that I do to my hair, and I find it's much softer. And then when you're combing your hair, black hair, don't get your hair from the root and yank it and cut out all your hair. That's not how you comb your hair. Comb your hair from the tip, and comb it and comb it and comb it, and keep combing it. If you have to comb your hair. When I take my braids out, I don't comb hair. I use my finger, and when I take my braids out, I put coconut oil in there, and I have coconut oil pre-wash. I put it in there, and I tie it up for a couple of days. I don't comb it. Then any knots in there, it gets soft, and then I wash it out, and then I put my coconut oil and olive oil and whatever the thing is I said in there, and let it Jamaica black castor oil, and let it soak, and then I wash it. And then I do the same thing again when I finish, and I also use aloe vera. Aloe vera is a very good thing for your hair when you're washing it. When you wash it, just take the aloe vera, slice it down, take out the middle. A lot of people chop it up. I just use it and rub it all over my hair, get a shower cap and put it on, and that makes it strengthen. Just like if you'll use the egg white. When I was growing up, we used to use the egg white and put it over your hair and let it stay there and soak and for 3-4 hours, and then they said it make your hair strong. But I know the aloe vera also is a good thing for black grown. Well, it's for anybody here. But I know I'm just telling you things that black people can do for not to get alopecia. So anybody can use aloe vera. It's good for the hair. And whatever I say here, anybody can use it. But I know it's because I am black, I can just tell you things for black people. It's good for any hair. Any hair you have that, because white people do have alopecia too. So, you know what I mean? It also good for any hair. But white people here already have that texture, and they don't have to put like oil. They put spray and thing, oil sheen spray. But Jamaica, well, black people has to put little oil to soften it. But when you put the Jamaica black castor oil and coconut oil, you don't have to put any more oil in it, because that is so oily. It makes your hair nice and soft. So you don't have to buy any more different oil and that oil and the other oil to put in there. You don't have to do that. So it makes it grow, and you don't have to comb it and comb it and comb it. Use your finger and just, you know what I mean. I use a pick. They have a pick or white tooth comb if you want to comb it. Don't yank it from the root and yank it out, because all your new growth will be gone. So just use the comb and do from the end and go right in and go in until you get to the root of it. Then you won't lose all that new growth that you have acquired in the growth of your hair. Okay? I hope that did some good to someone today who is going through bald spot or baldness, and will help with the restoration of their hair. God bless. Thank you. Thank you for watching Bob Marley and Princess. Happy New Year.